Stop believing that living longer is purely about genetics because what I'm about to tell you challenges one of the biggest myths in human biology. Most people think lifespan is something you inherit, like eye color or height. But modern science has uncovered something far more powerful and far more hopeful. Longevity is not fixed. It is shaped daily by small biological signals that slowly determine how fast or how slowly your body ages. And here is something that should immediately grab your attention. A landmark study published in The Lancet involving over 1.7 million participants found that lifestyle factors accounted for nearly 80% of differences in life expectancy between populations. Another major study from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health showed that people who followed just 5 simple habits lived on average 10 to 14 years longer than those who did not. Now, listen carefully, because if you stay with me until the end, I will reveal the number one biological process that scientists now believe determines not just how long you live, but how well you age. And most people have never even heard of it, even though it is happening inside their body every single second. Before we dive in, I want to ask you something personal. How old are you right now? And what is the biggest health change you have noticed as you have gotten older? Tell me in the comments because I read every single one, and your experience might help someone else understand their own journey better. Let's begin. Number five is cellular energy decline, something most people never notice until it becomes obvious. Every cell in your body runs on tiny structures called mitochondria. Think of them like microscopic power plants. When you are young, these power plants are strong, fast, and efficient. But after age 40, and especially after 60, their efficiency can decline by as much as 30 to 40%, according to research from the National Institute on Aging. This means your body literally produces less energy at the cellular level, even if you are eating the same food and sleeping the same hours. One of my patients, Robert, a 72-year-old retired engineer from Chicago, came to me complaining that he felt slower in every way. Not sick, just slower. After improving his walking routine and nutrition, he described it as if someone turned the power back on inside his body. Here is why this happens more aggressively with age. Mitochondria are extremely sensitive to oxidative stress, which is basically damage caused by unstable molecules in the body. Over time, this damage accumulates like rust forming inside machinery. After age 70, studies show mitochondrial efficiency can drop even further, contributing to fatigue, slower recovery, and reduced physical endurance. To support this system, the most effective approach is not extreme exercise, but consistent low-intensity movement. Walking, light resistance training, and even daily mobility work can signal mitochondria to regenerate and become more efficient. A synergy tip is combining movement with nutrient timing, especially protein intake in the morning, which helps stimulate cellular repair processes more effectively. Number four is chronic inflammation, one of the silent drivers of aging that most people completely underestimate. A major study from Stanford University identified chronic low-grade inflammation as one of the strongest predictors of age-related disease and mortality. They found that inflammatory markers like CRP tend to rise steadily after age 50, increasing risk for heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. Think of inflammation like a small fire burning inside your body. When you are young, the fire goes out quickly. But as you age, that fire can stay lit all the time, slowly damaging tissues without you feeling it immediately. One patient, Linda, a 68-year-old from Boston, experienced constant joint stiffness and fatigue. She assumed it was normal aging, but blood tests revealed elevated inflammation levels. After dietary and lifestyle changes, her symptoms significantly improved within months. After age 75, immune regulation becomes less precise, meaning the body sometimes triggers inflammation even when there is no injury or infection. This is why diet becomes extremely important. Foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and polyphenols can help reduce this internal fire. To support this system, focus on fatty fish, berries, olive oil, and green vegetables. A synergy tip is combining anti-inflammatory foods with good sleep habits because deep sleep is one of the body's most powerful natural anti-inflammatory processes. Now, before we move further into the most powerful factors of longevity, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Every week, I break down science in a simple way so you can stay healthier, stronger, and more independent as you age, because what comes next will completely change how you think about aging. Number three is cognitive decline, but not the way most people think about it. Many people assume memory loss is sudden, but science shows it is actually a slow and silent process that begins decades earlier. A major study from Harvard Medical School found that brain processing speed can start declining gradually after age 45, while memory recall becomes less efficient due to reduced neural connectivity. Think of your brain like a vast city at night. When you are young, every road is bright, fast, and fully powered. But as you age, some of those roads start dimming, not because they disappear, but because communication between them slows down. One patient, Michael, a 70-year-old retired teacher from Arizona, told me he began forgetting simple words during conversations. He feared dementia, but after improving sleep quality, walking daily, and engaging in mental stimulation, his cognitive clarity improved noticeably within months. Here is what is happening biologically. After 60, blood flow to the brain can decrease by up to 20% according to research from the National Institute on Aging. At the same time, inflammation and oxidative stress can interfere with neuron function. But here is the surprising part most people do not realize. The brain retains something called neuroplasticity, meaning it can still rewire and strengthen connections even in older age. To support brain health, the most effective strategies are consistent oxygen flow through walking, quality sleep for memory consolidation, and mental challenges like reading or problem solving. A synergy tip is combining physical movement with cognitive engagement, such as walking while listening to educational content, which increases both blood flow and neural activation. Number two is hormonal decline and metabolic slowdown, one of the most misunderstood aspects of aging. After age 50, the body gradually becomes less sensitive to key hormones such as insulin, growth hormone, and testosterone or estrogen, depending on sex. Research published in Cell Metabolism shows that insulin sensitivity alone can decline by up to 40% with age if lifestyle factors are not controlled. Think of hormones like delivery trucks carrying instructions throughout your body. When everything is working well, these trucks arrive on time and deliver energy, repair signals, and metabolic instructions. But with age, traffic slows, delivery becomes inefficient, and the system starts to miscommunicate. One patient, James, a 73-year-old from California, struggled with constant fatigue and weight gain despite eating normal meals. After improving protein intake, walking after meals, and reducing sugar, his energy levels stabilized significantly. This is especially important because after 70, muscle mass declines faster, and muscle tissue is one of the primary regulators of blood sugar and metabolism. To support hormonal balance, focus on resistance training, adequate protein intake, and stable blood sugar levels through whole foods. A synergy tip is combining protein-rich meals with post-meal walking, which improves insulin sensitivity and reduces metabolic strain. Now, before we move to the most important factor of all, take a moment to subscribe if you have not already. I share weekly science-based insights that help you stay strong, independent, and mentally sharp as you age. Because what comes next is the real foundation of human longevity. Number one is something most people have never heard of, yet it influences every single system in your body. It is called cellular resilience and repair capacity. This refers to how efficiently your body repairs damage at the microscopic level every single day. According to research from the National Institute on Aging and multiple longevity studies, the body's ability to repair DNA damage, clear dysfunctional cells, and regenerate tissue declines significantly after age 50 and can drop by over 50% by age 80. Think of your body like a massive construction site. When you are young, repair crews are everywhere, fixing damage instantly. But as you age, fewer workers show up and repairs take longer, allowing small problems to accumulate into bigger ones. One of my most inspiring patients, Eleanor, an 82-year-old from North Carolina, began focusing on daily walking, nutrient-rich foods, and consistent sleep. Within months, she reported improved energy, better mobility, and a renewed sense of vitality she thought she had permanently lost. Here is the science behind it. Cellular repair systems depend heavily on sleep quality, nutrient availability, and metabolic balance. When these systems are disrupted, damage accumulates faster than it can be repaired. After age 75, studies show the rate of cellular repair can slow significantly, contributing to increased vulnerability to disease and slower recovery from illness or injury. But here is the most important truth. You are not powerless in this process. Research consistently shows that lifestyle interventions can significantly improve cellular repair efficiency even in older adults. Exercise stimulates autophagy, which is the body's natural process of clearing damaged cells. Proper nutrition provides the raw materials for repair. Sleep activates deep restoration pathways that cannot occur during wakefulness. A synergy tip is combining consistent sleep timing with daily movement and nutrient-dense foods, which together amplify the body's natural repair mechanisms. Now, step back and look at the full picture. Longevity is not about one miracle solution. It is about how well your body maintains energy, controls inflammation, balances hormones, supports brain function, and repairs itself over time. The shocking truth is that aging is not a single process. It is a collection of interconnected systems, all responding to the signals you give them every day. And the most hopeful part is this: these systems are still responsive even later in life. I have seen patients in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s regain strength, improve mental clarity, reduce inflammation, and restore energy simply by making consistent changes in their daily habits. The goal is not to stop aging. The goal is to age in a way that preserves independence, dignity, and quality of life, because being able to move freely, think clearly, enjoy time with family, and live without constant limitation is what truly defines a long life worth living. And it is never too late to begin improving those systems. Every walk matters. Every good meal matters. Every night of quality sleep matters. And every positive choice sends a signal to your body that it should function in a healthier, more resilient way. If this video helped you understand the science of living longer in a simple way, make sure you subscribe so you do not miss future evidence-based health insights. And now I want to ask you something important. Which part of today's video surprised you the most, and what is one change you think you can start this week? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one, and your experience might inspire someone else to take their first step toward a longer, healthier life.